Hello, friends. So we are moving on to part two of our science lesson, What Makes Bridges So Strong? Today you get to try the experiment, so it's pretty exciting. Doug has one more tip to show you before he has you go off and try the experiment. So let's listen to this final video of Doug before we get a chance to make our own paper bridges.
One little extra thing you can do to make a bridge very strong. This is something you might want to know about before you go designing a paper bridge. If we go back to that very first example of the world's simplest bridge, this one, a simple board across a stream. Remember, we saw how if the board were very long, it would sag in the middle. And if you walked on it, it might even break or dip down into the water. But notice something here. If you take this board and now you turn it so that it's on its side, it's much stronger. If you were to walk on it now, it wouldn't sag. It can support a lot more weight. So if you take two boards on their sides like this, and then put a flat board on top for walking over, this bridge will be much stronger than that single flat board alone. So what's crazy is that this bridge doesn't even have to be turned this way. If you nailed this all together, so all three boards were connected, and then you turned them so it's facing upwards, it still has the same strength. The two boards that are pointing up make this bridge stiff. They keep it from sagging. This shape is really strong. In fact, you can see it in everyday life. With really large bridges like this, of course, they're not made of wood. This is made of steel, since steel's even stronger. But there's a drawback to that. Steel is also much heavier than wood. So bridge builders thought about how could they make a shape like this, but keep it light? And they realized it doesn't have to be one giant flat piece of steel all along the sides. You could just as well have steel beams or poles, and it would be just as strong, but a whole lot lighter. They call this type of bridge a truss bridge, from the French word for bundle, since it's like a bundle of beams or poles. But all it is just a lighter weight version of this, a design that makes a bridge stronger. If you look around, you can spot truss bridges everywhere, like this one, and here's a truss bridge, and here, and here, and here's another one. They're all over the place. Sometimes you can even find truss bridges within other bridge designs. Like, look at the Golden Gate Bridge. So that's a suspension bridge, right? But look at the roadway. The roadway under the Golden Gate Bridge, it's made of a truss. So you may want to use this knowledge when you think about how to make a strong paper bridge.
Okay, let's get to the activity.
All right, it's time for you to be your own Charles Ellis. You and a partner are going to build a bridge. Now, the one thing you're limited by, the thing that's going to make this a challenge for you, isn't a wide, deep channel of water like the Golden Gate Bridge was designed to cross, but instead the materials that you're using and a little bit of your time, too. I mean, in terms of time, you've only got the rest of the class period to work. And for the materials, your bridge will use only paper. So you and a partner are going to work together, and it's your job to create a bridge between two stacks of books. The books should be about 6 inches apart, and your bridge must be at least 3 inches wide. And then here's what you should do: you'll test your bridge by stacking pennies on it. And you should stack pennies on it until the bridge fails, like this. Ready? Oh, it failed, collapsing under the weight of all the pennies there. Now, I know that's kind of a weird idea. You want to make the bridge fail, but that's exactly right. You do. Because by making it fail and then by watching how it fails, that's going to lead you to ideas for how to improve your bridge and make it stronger. So the bridge that holds the most pennies is going to be the winning design. For the bridge materials, you can only use paper, nothing else, not even tape. Now, I know that might seem hard, but we're making it difficult on purpose because being creative, coming up with ways to solve problems is kind of like a muscle. You have to exercise it in order for it to get strong. So, not having tape is going to make you have to exercise your creativity muscle. Think about all the things that you can do with paper. There's actually a lot you can do with it. You can fold it, you can roll it, you can twist it. Now, do any of these things make the paper stiffer or stronger? Think about that. Can any of these things help you do something you'd otherwise use tape for? Now, I should tell you, you will have scissors. You can make any cuts you want. So you can slice the paper up into smaller pieces if you like. And if you experiment, I'm sure you'll find a lot of different ways to build a bridge. You can think about how could you copy any of the designs you learned about. You can use as many pieces of paper as you like when you're experimenting, as long as your final bridge uses just 2 pieces of paper. Now, to do the job right, I recommend you make at least 3 different bridge designs to see which one works best. You'll draw your designs here on the worksheet. So, to get started, you're going to need these things: a pencil, a bridge challenge handout, a bridge designer's notebook where you can keep track of what you do, and then you'll also want a ruler, a pair of scissors, 2 stacks of books, and of course, paper. Oh, and I shouldn't forget, of course, you'll need pennies too. Now, how many pennies you need, that's going to depend on your bridge. I hope you'll need lots of pennies. So go ahead, follow the instructions on the Bridge Challenge handout. And when you're done building, your class can get together and talk about what you all did and which bridge held the most pennies. Good luck and have fun, everyone.
All right, friends. So I'm going to go back over here. I'd like you to take this time to go ahead and grab all of these different materials. You can do it without a ruler as long as you know that it should be about 6 inches apart. You could use a measuring tape or just kind of do like 1 hand's length apart like that. It's about 6 inches. Again, you can use as much paper as you want to practice, but your final bridge can only use 2 pieces of paper, so that's a challenge. If you don't have stacks and stacks and stacks of pennies at home, you can use different coins or other small objects. Like you could use beans or like pattern blocks, Legos even, to help weigh down your bridge. It doesn't have to be pennies, but you do want them to be kind of small and heavy to help you practice. I have sent along the bridge challenge page and designer's notebook to your parents. So if you want to print them out and if you have access to that, go ahead and do it. If not, then you can try to make it in a notebook instead, and that should work out just fine. Okay. So good luck, friends. I am excited to see what you come up with and see who has some really strong bridge designs. On Friday, I would love to get a chance for you to share your bridge designs. So if you finish, don't destroy them. Keep them for Friday, and you can share at one of our Google Meets your bridge design. All right, friends, good luck. Engineers, at the ready, and go ahead to make your bridge. Good luck, everyone.